Hey Earth Signs, how's it going? Welcome to Reflex Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and today I will be doing a reading for you for the new moon, which is in Scorpio right now, but also the eclipse that is happening. So this spread will mark that moment, or those moments, I should say. And let's get into this. So, just to recap from the last new moon spread, I do believe I mentioned that, the new moon is a great time for renewal, letting things go, cleaning house, and setting new intentions for what you wish to achieve, like goal wise, over the next lunar cycle. So, with that, let's get into it for earth signs, and that is if you identify as a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And we have the moon starting off. So something mysterious, maybe there's some truth that you are omitting on some level about yourself, or you're concerned about coming out even, or just like coming out with some type of energy, not energy, but truth about yourself or about your situation. You're not being honest about what your intentions are. And you sort of need to put your mind to figuring out how you're going to get honest about it, or how you're going to deal with whatever internal conflict. It could be guilt, a cycle of guilt that you need to deal with, but also how to tactfully approach the situation. So it may not even have anything to do with guilt. This person here is obviously ready for battle. And overlooking the situation, eating your words on some level. Also, just like not biting off more than you can chew, biting off more than you can handle. There needs to be like the end. This needs to, I feel like this marks an end of a cycle, which makes absolute sense. We are in the new moon. I mean, this is very much on point. But this is sort of like you acknowledging that you need to end a cycle, and there will be a couple more steps, like for example, the 8 to the 9 to the 10, before you complete and end it entirely. But this marks the moment where you acknowledge that it needs to end. Because it is limiting, or it's limiting your progress. This situation, or this truth about yourself, or truth about your situation that you're involved in, it's definitely limiting your progress. And it's like sucking your energy, your life force on some level. Your creative energy is not fruitful on account of it. It's stagnant. And coming from a place where you've been holding off, like you haven't been honest with yourself, you haven't been true to yourself about this ending, like you've been holding off. You've been holding out. Maybe even focus too much on how you look versus the truth behind what you've sort of painted over. And moving towards some stagnant energy, like it might be a little bit before you're actually able to move forward, earth signs. And I mean, that could just be on account of, the environment that we're in right now, which is, a pandemic environment. But we'll look to the environment in the next couple of cards coming up. The Page of Pentacles. So your attitude is lacking with regards to your career development. You don't have a great attitude. Maybe you're not learning what it is that you need to learn in terms of skill set. Well, that's like fully, there we go, straighten that out. Okay. Or it could be that you just don't believe in yourself. It's an unhealthy approach that you're taking, where you might be faking it until you make it, as opposed to really doing that work where you come together, like that Lover's card work, where it's the two. Also the card of Strength comes to my mind, where you're sort of calming yourself down and focusing. And there's a lack of energy, a lack of like life source within your environment. So that's on point. And you hope to be, what you hope to be is emotionally fulfilled, basically like the king of love, the king of emotional well-being, of emotional intelligence. And also very almost like the queen, like this king is very nurturing, is emotionally present, and willing to do emotional labor as well. That's what's really important about this king. However, you will sort of end up feeling like overwhelmed and emotionally overwhelmed, even like this overwhelming creative effort that you've been putting in to yourself and your, basically the ideas that you have about yourself or about your situation. You're still very dissatisfied. You're not happy with where it's landing on some level. But you're sort of like, what's good about the nine, what I like about the Nine of Wands is that you're coming to a place where you're about to lay your burdens down and start something new, in order to, like, from a place that's like of a rejuvenated, creative, fiery place. You're gonna have some issues though, awakening to what it is that you need to get honest with yourself about. I wonder what that is though. What is it related to? Balanced creative energy. That you are in balance, you're out of balance. So how to balance your fire. Balancing fire to me is grounding work, emotional well-being so that your water is not putting out your fire, and being of a sound mind so that the air is feeding your fire and not overfeeding it where it's explosive. So yeah, temperance. So with that, earth signs, it is completely within your nature to do that fabulous, to start off with that fabulous grounding work. So I wish you all the best in setting those intentions for this new lunar cycle, and also so that, this eclipse that we're about to move through very soon doesn't drain you too much. But we have good things to look forward to. So with that, take care, and we'll see you again next time.